Power Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rachak, double honors to the apostles and the elders and great millstone, peace and blessing, the hopeful elect. All right, going to get into a real quick lesson, nothing new. Everyone's heard about it by now, though some people are in denial. But we're going to grab something. I saw this, I wasn't going to grab it, but I saw this when I was going to grab a word or a phrase anyways. And I saw this, but it was funny because it's so true. It says, starting today, the job requires a PhD. Feel free to apply for your own job. He says, phew, luckily I have a PhD. He says, you do? Well, the job also requires an Olympic gold medal, synchronized swimming, 1992, and a posthumous Congressional Medal of Honor. All right, so basically what's going on is this. I'm going to back up here. All right, so this is what's going on with these devils. They're doing this. This is the term that I want to pull up. Moving the goalpost, okay? That's why I'm probably going to title it what it is, which is moving the goalpost, all right? It says if you accuse someone of moving the goalpost, you mean that they have changed the rules in a situation or an activity in order to gain an advantage for themselves and to make things difficult for other people. And that's why I put out that little small comic strip, all right? Because he was basically saying, all right, this job that you've already had for so long now has a new requirement. So he told him to feel free to apply for another job. And he was like, no, I got the requirement. So he said, well, there's another requirement. But that's basically what the term moving the goalpost mean. All right, you may meet the standard, and they're going to continue, so to speak, move the goalpost, as in changing, the situation. All right, let's read it one more time. It says, if you accuse someone of moving the goalpost, you mean that they have changed the rules in a situation or an activity in order to gain advantage for themselves and to make things difficult for other people. And what are these devils doing? They are moving the goalposts. They are changing all the rules in the earth, hiding behind the term of fourth industrial revolution, or words like sustainability. All right, talking about carbon footprint and all those things. They're moving the goalpost right in front of the eyes of the whole entire world, and they're not seeing it. Right? They're changing the rules to everything, and the main thing they're changing the rules to is currency. All right, taking it from being paper, all right, to digital. And in order for you to access those same currencies, they're still going to be there, it's just going to be digital currency. But in order for you to access those digital currencies, you have to go into their little digital network. And in order for you to get into that digital network, you have to take and implant yourself with their RFID microchip. All right, so I thought that was beautiful, through the spirit. It just came. I was like, I gotta get it in. All right, so strike while the iron hot, as the saying goes, right? And I'm probably late to this party, but I'm gonna pull up next in a second here. Speaking about the Amazon One payment. Let me see. Matter of fact, look, I didn't even see that down here. Look right down here, because I just said that pretty much. It's just in their different words. It says they seem to move the goalpost every time I meet the conditions which are required. Bam. Case in point. Call along your life, y'all. All right. So let me see if there's anything else. Let me see. Yes. All right. We got that basic definition that we wanted to grab there. Moving the goalpost. Okay. This is what's happening right now in the eyes of everyone in the earth, all right, according to this digital system and the currency and, everything else, according to, all being, summed up to the microchip, the ultimate goal for these devils, all right, the wicked elite banking families. So, actually, we don't need that anymore. We want to go here. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, all right, and I've never gone into a couple of words. And I'm gonna go into them because they're probably straightforward, but just for sake of wonder and as well as this lesson, first and foremost, I'm gonna grab it. We're gonna read first. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And of course, this word mark, going into it 100 times now. Right? What does it say in the Greek? We'll play it. Let's see if it'll come up.
Strong's G 5480. Kharagma.
Kharagma. You hear it? All right. It says a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamp on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-messiahs. And it's not actually going to be stamped on you like you get one of those, I don't know, like you used to go back to the libraries in the old days that used to stamp the books or whatever. All right, or kids, you know, or we all been out there partying. You know, you go to the club, you get a stamp on your hand, let you know that you've already paid, just in case you leave the club and come back, you show that you've already been paid. A stamp. It's not going to be like that kind of stamp, like a regular stamp. No, this is going to be a cutting incision. What is that? In Leviticus, I think it's 1928, to not make any cutters in your flesh, right? Thin, carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images, and what you're doing is you putting this device, the RFID microchip, into your hand, and you're basically allowing these devils into your system. And what I mean when I say that is it's basically into your mind, because they're going to control everything about you. They're going to have full autonomy over your life, and they're pretty much going to control your way of thinking, because if you're not going along with the flow, with the plan, they can shut your currency flow off, which is going to be digital, controlled by them. All right, because you're going to be locked into their system, and they're going to have access to everything because you have implanted yourself with their microchip. All right, verse 17 says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." All right, and that's the clip that I want to grab. It's a little news clip. First, before we go there, I want to grab small. I've never been to small. Like I said, it's probably straightforward, but because I've never pulled this word up, I'm going to pull up small as well as great. All right.
Strong's G 3398. Mikras.
It says small, little. Let me see. Into stature, of length, of age, less by birth, younger, right? Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter of your social status, whether you have a lot of money, a little bit of money, piss poor, or anywhere in between, but as well as your age. It doesn't matter of your age. They want to implant everyone, all right? Everyone. Quantity, an example, number, or amount, regular flows. But that was a good one, though, of age, okay? Because that's also a thing that they're going to overlook. They don't care about your age. They want to chip up everyone in this earth, all right? So let's also grab great. And there's two words here, so we'll just grab this right first. Let's see what this one says, and we'll come back and get 3173.
Strong's G 2532. Kai
says and also even indeed. But all right, so most definitely probably going to be this other one, G 3173. All right, so we'll see what this says.
Strong's G 3173. Megas, great, of the external form of sensible appearance of things or of persons, in particular of space and its dimensions as respects mass and weight, great, compass, stature and age, great. Oh, you see, there we go. Small, great. Social status, whether you're rich or poor, free or bond, it says that, right? Also in age, though, whether you're elderly or young, even if you're newborn, they'll take a newborn right out of his mama's stomach, punch that microchip in and bring the baby back like nothing happened. So don't put it past these devils, man. Number and quantity, numerous, large, abundant. Of age, the elder. Use of intensity and its degrees with great effort of the affections and emotions of the mind, of natural events, powerfully affected the senses, violent, mighty, strong, predicted of rank as belonging to persons eminent for ability, virtue, authority, power, thing behind esteem for excellence. All right, well, see, there you have it. That's why I wanted to go into that. There's some root words here. I guess we can look into them. That would get anything too different, but hey, who's to know unless we grab them, right? So, I guess we'll play it. Strong's G 3176. Megastas. Thayer's Lexicon, related entry. Megas.
Yeah, greatest, very great. And megas that's that last word. All right, so let's see what this one says here. And that was Megas. All right, so bam. Let's go on back. All right. So and there you see it, man. Revelation 13:16, and he calls us all, both small and great, elderly or young, but also giving your social status, because there's rich people in this world, wealthy people, rich people. There's also piss poor people, and then there's everyone else that's in between. All right. So it says rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, which is the RFID microchip, or in their foreheads, which the microchip also, hey, who knows, can be implanted to your forehead, but also the Neuralink system, which pretty much connects right to your brain, right? Because your body, movements and things like that, your fingers know to wiggle when your brain tells it to wiggle by way of electrical signals, all right? Those impulses, those electrical impulses, right? And so I did an article once, other brothers did, went into it as well. But this one guy, I forget his name now, but he had he messed up his legs. I forgot how he messed up his legs. He was paralyzed for a while, and he took that whole Neuralink type of system. Okay, I can't remember if it was exactly the Neuralink, but I mean it's all the same. But he had this little like pack on his back or whatever, and I forget, because it was been some months now, but pretty much it connected to his brain, and those whatever however it works, it fired off those electrical impulses and basically told his legs to walk, where his own brain can do that on his own. But that's part of the lying signs and wonders talked about in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. All right, where your own mind can't tell your leg to get up and your whatever, and walk or whatever, but taking these devils' technology can. If that's not wickedness and left-hand energy, I don't know what is, man. It says, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. This is transitioning us into or I'll say back into, because more than likely when I put this together, I'll probably have played this. I'll see. I don't know if I'll play it more than once. Probably don't really need to, because I want to just make this short. So I'll probably just play it now at the end. But this verse is transitioning us right into it. All right. Revelation chapter 13, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So basically having their technology, all right, having their RFID microchip implanted under your skin. Okay, and we're going to grab that clip dealing with Amazon, which is not even a clip. It's actually from the news itself. I believe it was like 11 days old. That's why I said I was kind of late to the party. But hey, sheep still need to be fed. Maybe there's someone out there who haven't heard. All right. Maybe they watched my page and they didn't catch it elsewhere from some other brother, right? Who's teaching the truth. So, it's still all edifying, all right, for the sheep, all right, for those that don't know. And you always have to remember that there are going to be others that come along. They could be just randomly strolling YouTube and come along, one of your videos, and just happens to be this one, all right. So, as far as the scriptures go, I'm gonna grab this one more time though. Goalposts, all right, moving those goalposts, because that was a beautiful definition through the Spirit. That came, all right. Move the goalposts. This is what these devils are doing, and that verse that we just read, Revelation chapter 13, verse 17, and this definition here is going to transition us to that little short news clip talking about Amazon One, and from there we'll close it out. So I'll in advance go in and say, Lord willing, that you edify, and to next time, shalom. So I'm going to read this definition and I'll play the clip. It says, to move the goalpost. If you accuse someone of moving the goalpost, you mean that they have changed the rules in a situation or an activity in order to gain an advantage for themselves and to make things difficult for other people. And this is part of the pressure that they're going to put on the earth, using your financial system as well as the food against you as a weapon. All right. They're weaponizing food and they're weaponizing money, and they're going to use it against you. And examples like the one that we're about to play in this news clip is pretty much case in point, and then you're going to hear it from the horse's mouth. So shalom.
Soon you will be able to pay for groceries at every Whole Foods in the U.S. with just a swipe of your hand. Amazon says that the Pay by Palm technology will be at all of those stores nationwide by the end of the year. Customers just have to hover their hand over the device to pay. This method is already being used at 200 Whole Foods locations across 20 states, and you can also find it in other places, stores like Panera Bread. Hardware editor at TechCrunch, Brian Heater, joins us now. Brian, let's just start off. Tell us how this technology works.
Sure. So in terms of the actual enrollment process, the first time you go to one of these Amazon One locations, you wave your hand over it. That will enroll you in the program, and then you associate that with a credit card that you have on file. In terms of the actual underlying technology behind it, it's not actually getting a read of the palm itself, which I think is what most people expect. It's actually taking a look at the vein patterns underneath your hands, which Amazon is effectively saying is a way to do this kind of biometric identification without actually giving any identifying information away.
That's fascinating. I mean, I think anybody who hears this story immediately goes to questions about safety, privacy, the data that's being collected. Amazon has been criticized in the past for some of the data that they collect, and whether they have properly notified consumers about that. What safeguards is Amazon taking?
Sure. Well, the primary one is all of this is going through Amazon's cloud servers. So this is encrypted information. Amazon has generally done a good job of protecting privacy through the cloud itself. I think one of the sort of bigger concerns around this specifically is that unlike the biometric data that you're giving on your phone, for example, that's stored locally on the device itself, but this is going up into the cloud. So like theoretically, somebody could potentially grab that data, but it's intensely difficult.
All right. Very interesting stuff, Brian.